Hi everyone, welcome to one of our other sessions for Chapter Treasurers. This session we're going to be going over the Chapter Rebate and some introductory information regarding Cvent. So first and foremost, we want to go over some things so that you understand what exactly the Chapter Rebate is and what it means for your chapter. So each year, individuals who join HFMA are affiliated with both HFMA and their local chapter. The association membership, now that we have all access membership, 80% of membership dues are allocated towards membership revenue. There is a single dues amount paid. The member only pays one amount to the national organization. So in return, HFMA returns a rebate of 10% of paid member dues to each chapter annually. There are certain member types that qualify for this rebate. The chapter rebate is paid on new member dues, renewals, and enterprise membership. Rebates are not paid on student memberships, chapter life, or retires. A bit of more information. So the chapter rebate period is October 1 through September 30 each year. So all payments made within that period will be considered for the annual chapter rebate. We also have our enterprise contracts, which are bundled memberships, which include similar to All Access, they include membership, forums, newsletters, all of that great stuff. And there is a separate pool calculation that is done for the enterprise contracts, which we will chat about in just a few. There are a few deductions taken from the rebate each year. Each year, the association pays premiums for chapter insurance. We also pay for the Cvent usage fees, and there are some other miscellaneous expenses for specific chapters that are deducted from the chapter rebate. Okay, now we're going to chat about how the chapter rebate is calculated. For enterprise membership, we use a pool method. As I mentioned earlier, 80% of the all access membership is allocated towards membership revenue. So we take all enterprise contracts paid within the rebate period of October 1 through September 30 and basically place those in a pool of funds. What we then do is we take the number of enterprise members within your local chapter and we allocate the funds out based on the percentage of total for the enterprise chapter rebate portion. Okay. Next thing I want to chat about is the insurance allocation. As I mentioned, there are some deductions from the chapter rebate each year, one of those being the insurance premiums for chapters. This is based on the total number of members within your chapter. So if you follow along in the example here, the example is in 2020, the insurance premiums were $20,000. Your chapter has a total member count of 5,000. That would come to about $4 per member for the insurance premiums of your chapter. We would then take that dollar per member, multiply it by the total members in your chapter, and that would be the insurance premium amount reduced from your chapter rebate. So once we are able to calculate all the chapter rebates, we will send out checks to each of the chapters. These typically go to the treasurer of the chapter. Along with the check, you will receive a letter similar to the one that you see here. It basically breaks out all the information you'll need in order to reconcile this and book it in QuickBooks. We've included the chapter rebate amount, the chapter insurance reduction. If you have any other reductions that we've paid for anything on the chapter's behalf. And then there's also the Cvent usage fee that is deducted from the chapter rebate, resulting in your net check payment. We also included the typical GLs that these items would go to. So it's very important. If you don't receive this letter, please feel free to reach out to us and we can certainly provide you with a copy. Okay, now we're going to chat a little bit about Cvent. So this slide here is basically pertaining to the Cvent transition. So what exactly needs to be done? So just a few pointers here. Users need to be sure that they're sharing any login information with incoming chapter leaders. That includes merchant login information. Each chapter uses a different merchant, so please be sure you know who your merchant is and be sure to pass that information along. And then if there are any invoice templates you have set up in Cvent, we'll just need to be sure to update the remit to address, if there's a remit to name, or any information like that for the incoming treasurer. Cvent operations are actually going to be discussed in another session in more detail, and that will actually conclude this session. Thank you so much, and I will probably see you in another video.